Today, we are going to understand about the wild edible plants of India. Now, plants are either found in cultivation or they are imported or they are wild. So, wild is usually the plants that are found in the forest. Now, such plants that are naturally occurring and not cultivated are known as wild edible plants. Those plants that have been used for eating. We do have an understanding now of the forest cover in the country. Now, with a large percentage of the forest cover, we have a broad understanding that these wild edible plants are one of the important non-timber forest products. These are usually used by the tribes. They still have the cultural significance and traditional significance of using these wild edible plants. The parts could be from whole plant, root, stem bark, flower, fruit, seeds. So, as per one of the report, we have about 800 species in the country that have been used for the source of consuming as food. We will be having a look at some of the wild edible plants. I have tried to see those species that you may have seen in and around yourself. So next time when you walk around or you're looking at the market, just keep your eye open to see these plant or plant parts which are wild and they are being consumed and as well as seen as a sold produce. Now, Acanthus aspera is a herb where the whole plant is being used by the tribal communities, and this is one of the important plant that they use for the good health. Now, during Shivratri, we all know that we use the fruits of Bilva. Now, Bilva, along with the religious usage, the pulp is used to make the sharbat and several other forms of consumption is happening so that this eagle marmalade is used by the tribals who actually live in the forest and have a free access to the plant. Eagle marmalade, though we see in the market, the wild population is restricted and therefore efforts to conserve this particular species is important. Another very common plant that you see is Alternanthera sessilis. It can be easily identified with the small whitish apical inflorescence, and here the aerial part is used as a vegetable. We have then Asparagus racemosus, where the tubers are used by the tribal community, and this is used as a source of galactagogue. You do have other usage like they make murabba, they make pickle, and they dry it and also use it as a powder as and when required. A camphor tree, and that is of Bauhinia. This particular species is Bauhinia variegata, where the young leaves and flowers are used for the edible purpose. One of a very common Fabaceae member that you will see on the roadsides and edges of the forest is Cassia tura. Here the young fruits and also the young shoots are used as an edible part. Being in Karnataka, we all know Basle Sappu. It is a climber with a thick kind of leaves and it does have a high water content. This is used in our cooking purpose and also is supposed to be used not only as sabji but also as a curry, and also you have very good pakoras being made with that. Another amaranthus member is a spiny kind of a plant, herbaceous plant, that is Amaranthus spinosus. It is called as mulludantu. Now, this name itself says that it has spines. Here also, the aerial part is used and consumed by the tribal community. Celosia argentea, which one sees a silvery kind of a apical inflorescence, which is very attractive. Here also, the aerial part is used and consumed. Sesbania grandiflora in southern India has a cultural significance and a particular season to be used. And this is known as Aksemara. Here the leaves are also used and the young fruits are also used along with the flowers. Few of the other edible plants is Carissa corundas, where the fruits are being used and they have a good source of nutrients. And another plant which is coolant and the roots are very aromatic, that is Nannari, and botanical name is Hemidesmus indicus. Here the roots are used as a sharbat in southern India, and it also has a high therapeutic property. Have you imagined that cactus can be consumed? Yes, you do have Opuntia delineae where it has been used, and the flower and especially the fruit when you remove the spines and then you see the pinkish dark color, and you can enjoy that. It's very sweet and very tasty. But you need to be careful to handle the thorns on that or spines on that. A bitter kind of a leaf that and the fruit which is small, black in color, this is Solanum nigrum, and this is used especially in mouth ulcers, and it is commonly used in our southern Indian culture, and the tribal communities, they use it in their daily routine wherever it has been occurring. So next time when you are walking around, try to see what are those wild plants that you're observing, and do they have a wild edible property. Enjoy them eating.